Secondly, I was one of the first, I was in the first class of officers, Marine Corps officers that could serve openly. I was actually at Quantico at my basic
Amazing.
when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was formally repealed. And so I was able to serve in a way that just brought my whole self to the game. I didn't have to look over my shoulder. It really changed nothing for me, but it changed everything, and that I could just serve as myself. And there were truly, so many people lost their careers. We kicked out so many people who served honorably. And the same thing happened last week with trans service members who were told by their government that they could serve openly a few years ago. We lost people who had been serving, 18 years of service, who were combat professionals, snipers. I met a colonel last week in Washington, D.C., who was kicked out of the United States Marine Corps after almost 20 years of service, recipient of combat awards. And these are people who were told by their government it is okay to be open about who you are. They did, and then they were ripped out of the service. This is also all happening at a time when we have a recruiting crisis in this problem, because most American young people, and men in particular, are unqualified to serve. So I don't know who Pete Hegseth thinks we're going to be sending up against, the millions of Chinese soldiers and Russian soldiers that are training and waiting for America to gut its own military of competent, qualified, honorable people. But we have such a crisis already in being able to find people who are fit and willing, and to say that we're not going to accept people, we're going to actually rip them out of their careers because of who they are, is despicable, and it is harmful to American national security.